I just wanted to say that I'm getting sick and tired of everyone making fun of red-haired people. Ah, he's a ginger. Ah, he's a ginger. Oh. Really, that's funny. Yeah. Okay, okay. It pisses me off. Ginger people do have souls, all right?
What was it like for you growing up with red hair?
At a really young age, it was a lot of fun. You got a lot of extra attention. Everyone's mom loved coming over and rubbing your head and saying, "Oh, I wish I had hair like yours." So I thought it was cool. I thought it was like everybody loved red hair. But quickly I found out that wasn't the case, because in elementary school, people pick on you, people call you names. You sort of realize that you're different a little bit.
Have you ever been discriminated against for having red hair?
Me personally, I don't feel that I've been discriminated against, picked on or ridiculed maybe, but when Andy Dalton, our redheaded quarterback, was coming out of college, I heard on ESPN them asking the question, can a redhead play quarterback in the NFL? So I felt that was pretty wild to hear on TV, that they were actually questioning if there was a redhead who could succeed in pro football. People would just assume that redheads are not athletically talented, which may be true.
Are you
athletic? Me, absolutely not. I fit that stereotype to a T. Although I do play a significant amount of racquetball.
Do you find that there's a lot of other stereotypes about people with red hair?
I think people have a lot of misconceptions. An older one being that redheads are short-tempered or angry, which I don't think many people believe today. I think now people associate redheads with being weak or being timid or unpopular.
I've heard that there are some health issues that are associated with having red hair, and I wanted to know if you've experienced any of them.
Yeah, there are definitely a lot of biological differences. The most noticeable being skin colors, that redheads are really susceptible to skin cancer and to sunburn, and instead of tanning, we freckle. So most redheads try to avoid the sun, which is a huge source of ridicule.
Do you get enough vitamin D?
I think most redheads might be a little...
I mean, how bad is it? Is it where you don't want to go outside at all? Or is it just you can't be outside in the sun for long periods of time?
Oh no, redheads can be out in the sun, but we have to wear very high SPF and never ever tan. So the beach is...
There's no in between. There's no like a little bit of tanning. It just goes right to burning.
For most redheads, yes, we only burn and freckle, and tanning is just a dream.
Is that the only so besides the sun, is it the only other health issue that you know about?
Well, I had heard that a doctor once told me that redheads have looser ligaments than everyone else, and I personally have popped out my knees and my shoulders, and my elbows are hyperextensive.
So you believe that it's because you have red hair, or do you think that's just coincidence?
I have no idea, but I sort of believe that it has to do with being a redhead. And I've been told by doctors that redheads have a higher tolerance for anesthesia. And actually I had surgery on my neck once where they gave me localized anesthetic and then anesthetic to knock me out, which didn't kick in, so the entire surgery I could hear what they were doing, slicing me up, and when I finally made it to the car, I passed out from the anesthetic, so there might be some truth to that.
In the media, how do you feel that redheads are portrayed?
I think redheads sometimes get a bit of a raw deal in the media. I feel like in the movies there's never leading men that are redheads. It's always the sidekick or the best friend or the annoying friend. So I feel like you don't see very many strong, great characters in the media. in American Pie, the redhead guy is the complete loser who lies about getting laid, and in Harry Potter, Ron is the sidekick who's jealous of Harry being so popular and awesome.
Do you feel that there's a difference between women with red hair and men with red hair in terms of their portrayal in the media?
I do. I think that redheaded women get a slightly better portrayal in the media. I think they're seen more as exotic and desirable, whereas the men are often weak or weird. So you have Nicole Kidman and Christina Hendricks and Brie from Desperate Housewives and Miranda from Sex and the City. There are tons of female characters who are not defined by being redheads, whereas a lot of the male redhead characters, that's the quality that they're known for. There aren't many male redheaded celebrities who are seen as desirable. I can only really think of Shaun White, who's, you know, sort of, who I'd like to think is the ambassador of the redheaded community. Because he's cool and does snowboarding and stuff.
Okay. So after all this, I know you talked about earlier how, you know, you thought it was cool that you were a redhead and then you didn't think it was that cool. So now that you're a little bit older, again, how do you feel about it now?
I definitely like being a redhead now. There were times that I didn't, but I've come to appreciate it now.